Fog Entertainment are back again with our video and we're looking at today. Did Ralphie Severetto, whatever you pronounce his name, it's hard to pronounce his name, Scooby-Doo. But looking at it, did Ralphie deserve punishment for killing Tracy, the stripper, in The Sopranos episode 6 of season 3? Welcome back to Fog Entertainment, and that's what we're here to discuss today, because I think this is up for debate. Now, we discussed it in great detail in the review of the episode University, so make sure you go check out the review on the channel. But of course, in typical Soprano fashion, they've just plucked this Tracy character and this relationship with her and Ralph out of nowhere and put it into this episode. So, what have we got here, guys? Well, I'll tell you what we've got here. We have got a relationship between, you know, a maid guy and a stripper, essentially, and she has, like, a relationship, like, you know, like a friendly relationship with Tony, which of course, you know, they try and build up this episode just to make Tony feel sorry for what eventually happens at the end. What was the gimmick of her getting braces? Was that for the whole, you know, schoolgirl gimmick or whatever? What the hell's going on over in Bada Bing? I'm not too sure. But did Ralphie deserve punishment? Because of course she was pregnant. She slapped she slapped Ralphie. Now, earlier on the episode, you know, Silvio hit her a bitch slap across the face. So let's not pretend that Ralphie is like the, you know, he's the only guy that's hit her. I mean, Silvio did, but it was more of a shut the fuck up from Silvio. Ralphie proceeded to actually batter her to a pulp and crush her skull against the guardrail. And then Tony, obviously seeing this, did not take too kindly to it. Punches Ralphie. Then Ralph comes out with the excuse of, I'm a made man! Which, for me, guys, here on this channel, I'm just not buying this, right? I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but how can Ralphie seriously think that this is a valid excuse, right? Tony, I'm a made man, you can't punch me. But Tony's the man, right? And you know, when it comes to Sopranos, right, I'm not exactly, see like Mafia Code and all that gimmick, right? I'm not exactly up to date like I am like with MCs and Sons of Anarchy, etc, etc. But that, to me, that should be fucking irrelevant. I know New York's above New Jersey, essentially, right? But like, who's Ralph going to go to here? Like, I'm pretty sure he does go to Johnny Sack about it. But at the end of the day, he's a made man, so what? Could Sal, we talked about this yesterday, could Sal on the boat when they're all about to shoot him, could he not just use that card with Tony and be like, oh, no, Tony, you can't kill me, Tony. I'm a made man. Doesn't matter if I'm Reddit, man. I'm a made man. And, like, everybody in that parking lot is on the side of Tony. No one is backing Richie. No, I keep calling him Richie. Ralphie, man. It's just the two guys that put up against Tony, man. One in season 2, one in season 3. Have got both very similar sounding names at the end of the day. But for me, like, well, I just don't get that for Ralphie. But I'm a made guy. For me, he did deserve punishment, and I think the punishment that he got, like a beatdown, like I guess in like the Mafia, like they're never really going to like kill him. I mean, at most he would have had to pay like compensation or something towards Silvio, because now Silvio's like $3,000 down, or etc. So for me, like, they were never going to like boot him out or kill him for this. So the punishment he got is probably as severe as we would have got, and I can't necessarily remember going forward if he does have to pay money for it for anybody. I'll have to think about that, to be honest. But for me, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. He's killed a hooker, or not a stripper, not a hooker, but I mean she essentially is a fucking hooker, man. Getting bummed by Ralphie, and then the cop guy's getting head. He's like, oh, easy on the braces, my dear. I don't even think he was Irish, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what we're going for. But for me, the punishment that Ralphie got was probably severe enough. Because, I mean, they're not going to back, even though it wasn't right. Something, I mean, he did brutally kill her. Like, I don't know. I don't know. For me, he did deserve more, but in terms of, like, looking from their mindset, they're never going to do more. That's just the reality we live in. But anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.